Louis Guerra. Louis is a Yorktown resident. He lives in Yorktown with his wife, Vicky, and four grown children, he wanted me to add. Sabrina, Stephen, Gregory, and Gabrielle. He's been in the insurance business for over 20 years. Man, you started when you were young, huh? His agency provides a wide variety of insurance services, including auto, home, business, and life. And his objective is to make sure he brings value to his customers and satisfies their insurance needs. And he provides solutions for all your insurance needs. Louis Guerra.
You did that great. That's wonderful. I didn't know you could, but that's a good job. Thank you, everyone. Just wanted to touch on a few things. Once you go through all this and you get to me, you're going to need insurance. So there's a few things that are misconceptions with a lot of my clients. They're important because they're surprised when these things come up. The first thing is nothing is hidden from the insurance company. If there's any claims or anything in the property, it's going to show up. All of our reports show up. There's nothing. I get a lot of people that tell me certain things and then later on they show up on the report and they're like, oh, I didn't know about that. So just be aware, be conscious of it. If you're buying a home, be aware that in that home, even if you're purchasing, there's a lot of insurance companies that are going to take the claims that are in that home and you're going to inherit them. So you got to be very careful. Not all companies do this, but a lot of companies, and they're starting to do it more and more. So they're starting to ask for clue reports. The clue report would be something that will show you whether there is a claim against that home. So when you're buying the home, make sure that you ask for a clue report before you buy the home so you know what's going on, what's against you. Because what happens a lot of times, somebody buys a home, they call my office. Oh, I want to insure the home. Okay. You know there's 5 claims against your home? What? Yeah, and that's showing against you because now the insurance company is going to give you a higher rate or it may not even insure you. You may have to go to a special risk. So be aware of that. The other thing is claims, clue report, yes. Claims show up on you a lot of times when you put a claim in, whether the claim is paid for or not paid for, or whether you're at fault or not fault. A lot of companies put this on their report. So let's make believe that you have a watch that you have insured in the policy. And you lose the watch, and now you can't find it. You call the insurance guy, you say, I lost my watch, and it's insured. He says, okay, I'm going to put the claim in. Then the next day you find the watch. You call the insurance guy and you say, I found the watch. I have it here. Don't worry about it. Don't put the claim in. Okay, thank you. Boop. A year later, you go looking for insurance and you find out that that watch that you put the claim on is still showing against you in your claim report. So when you put a claim in or when a claim is taken off, make sure you contact the insurance company and say, hey, is that going to be against me or not? Because this wasn't paid, and try to get it removed if you can. But a lot of times that's going to show. So a lot of people put claims in and they don't realize that is still sitting there. So that's the other issue they should be concerned about. The other part is about jewelry coverage. A lot of people say, well, I got personal coverage and personal property on my homeowners, so that would take care of my jewelry. No, a lot of your specialty items, you have to be very confirmed because let's say, yeah, you have personal property coverage, but there's limitations. So if you have jewelry, we're only going to limit the coverage to $2,000 or $3,000. Now your jewelry is worth $20,000, you're only going to get $3,000. So you're better off getting a floater on your policy, and that floater is specifically for your jewelry. You get the information for a jewelry, a professional guy that does the report, and it tells you what the actual value of the jewelry is. And you put that in the insurance company, and then if your jewelry is worth $20,000, that's what you cover for, $20,000. It's also better to get a floater on your policy than to buy a separate policy for the jewelry. Why? Because I have what they call mysterious disappearance. Believe it or not, there's such a thing. And what happens is if you have a separate policy for this jewelry, your mysterious disappearance is not covered. If you have a floater, it is. So those are the things that you need to be aware of. Sewer and drain backup is not included in your homeowners. You have to put as an addition onto your policy. Is a lot of times if you have water problems like a pipe breaks on the wall, or you got a toilet backup, or you got a plumbing that goes bad, or things like that, they're covered by your homeowner's policy. But if you ever get a backup from a drain, or if you have a sub pump that goes bad, that's not covered by your policy. So unless you have a sewer and drainage coverage, that normally cost about $50 a year, which is nothing. Most people don't have it in their policies because the insurance agent never tells them. So that's very important. And then the other thing is about your credit score. You got to be very conscious about what you have on your credit score. You check your credit score, make sure what it is before you go looking for the insurance. It's very important that you know what your credit score is because that's going to affect your premium down the road. And everyone is going to know about whatever you have. Even if you're buying an auto and you get into an accident, or if you get an additional driver in the home and it's just a young driver. How many of my clients come to me and say, hey, my child is 16 years old. Can I just put him under me and he drive a car? The problem with that is if you're not there as a driver in the policy and he gets in an accident, that claim could be denied. So there's a lot of things that you need to be aware of. So those are about a few things. There's a lot of stuff I could go on. You could practically write a book about all the stuff that I can go over, but those are a few things that you should be aware of, especially when it comes to homeowners insurance. Thank you.